3 worst and 4 best German luxury sedans in 2025. $22,000 for a turbo job, $6,000 for suspension, $2,000 just to diagnose the problem. 3 German luxury sedans in 2025 are financial traps, and I've got the repair bills to prove it. But 4 others? They'll give you real luxury without the nightmare. One of them is a Porsche, and it's the only sedan on this list you can actually own past warranty without losing sleep. RS7 fans, bring receipts. Let's break it down. I pulled data from Consumer Reports, Carage, owner forms, and verified mechanic invoices, ranked by reliability scores, repair costs, and long-term ownership patterns. I focused on what breaks after warranty ends because that's where these cars separate. 3 are traps, 4 are safe bets. Let's start with the worst. Worst number 3, Mercedes S-Class, 2014 to 2020, the silent strain. Number 3 on the avoid list, the Mercedes S-Class W222, 2014 to 2020. Here's the reality. You'll find these starting around $35,000 to $60,000 used, depending on year and mileage. Tempting, right? But the ownership math bites outside warranty. Let's break this down. Why? 3 reasons. First, airmatic air suspension. Failures are common enough that independent shops often recommend replacing all 4 corners at once, around $6,000 for a full refresh. Second, electronics gremlins. They pop up regularly. Even a simple battery replacement can require dealer programming that adds another $400 to the bill. Third, and this is the killer, complexity. Mercedes engineered the W222 to be so quiet that they had to add artificial sound back into the cabin because test drivers found the silence unsettling. That level of isolation requires complex systems, and complex systems break. Here's the real reason this hurts. When it works, the W222 S-Class is a rolling sanctuary. The cabin is library quiet, the ride is magic carpet smooth, and the materials feel like they cost more than most people's cars. But that serenity comes with a price tag that extends far beyond the purchase. It rides like a jet, but bills like one too. Browse any S-Class forum and you'll find owners reporting multiple suspension visits over just a few years as struts age in clusters. One owner noted spending over $8,000 in suspension and electronics repairs within 18 months of buying a 2015 model with 60,000 miles. Now, is it a bad car to drive? No. The experience is benchmark luxury. But as an ownership proposition, you're watching your money evaporate. My advice, if you must own one, lease within warranty or budget a $5,000 to $7,000 suspension war chest the moment you sign the title. S-Class stands. Did Airmatic ever strand you? All 4 at once or piecemeal? Drop your mileage and total bill below. And if you think that suspension bill is bad, wait until you see what's happening to the number 1 sedan on the avoid list. The repair bills are piling up and the pattern is consistent. Stick around. Worst number 2, BMW 7 Series, 2016 to 2022, N63 V8. Number 2, the BMW 7 Series G11/G12, 2016 to 2022, with the N63 V8. And this one hurts because it's actually an incredible car to drive. But the numbers don't lie. These are hitting the used market hard, $30,000 to $50,000 for clean examples. Tempting depreciation, dangerous seduction. Look at this reality. Why is this happening? First, the N63 twin-turbo V8 has a reputation, and not the good kind. Normal oil consumption is around 1 quart per 1,000 miles. Yes, BMW actually calls that normal. Second, turbo failures. They often hit around 60,000 to 80,000 miles, and when they do, you're looking at 20 to 30 hours of labor. That's not a weekend job. That's a multi-day affair with bills that can easily graze $15,000. Third, brake-by-wire systems. They can throw cryptic codes that require dealer-level diagnostics. Owners report $2,000 plus in diagnostic fees before the actual repair even starts. One mechanic specializing in BMWs told a forum that he sees more in 63 turbo jobs than any other single repair on 7 Series models. Here's where it gets interesting. Now here's the twist. When it works, the G11 G12 7 Series is automotive grace. The cabin is a tech showcase, gesture controls, massaging seats, laser headlights, and a ride quality that makes potholes disappear. The N63 delivers effortless thrust, and the chassis feels planted at any speed. But if you're buying, you're taking a massive financial hit. Did you know? The N63 engine has been through multiple revisions since its debut in 2008, but even the later TU technical update versions still carry oil consumption and turbo longevity concerns. BMW extended warranties on some model years, which tells you everything you need to know. So here's my take. If you love the 7 Series, consider the 740i with a B58 inline 6 instead. Far fewer headaches, still plenty of luxury. 7 Series owners, I want to hear from you. Post-mileage plus turbo bill. Did your diagnostics tab sting more than the fix? Receipts get pinned. Now, the #1 sedan to avoid has a repair pattern that's consistent and expensive. Engine-out turbo jobs, sport differential failures, and carbon ceramic brake bills that'll make you wince. And it's from a brand you'd never expect to be this brutal. Here it is. Worst #1, Audi RS7. Lease hero, ownership villain. And the #1 German luxury sedan to avoid in 2025, the Audi RS7, C7 generation 2014 to 2018, and C8 generation 2020 and newer. Now, before the RS7 fans attack me in the comments, let me explain. This is based on verified repair invoices and mechanic consensus, and the pattern is consistent. Let's break down what owners are reporting. The 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 uses hot V packaging. Turbos sit in the valley between the cylinder banks for faster spool and better response. Brilliant engineering, terrible for your bank account. When those turbos fail, and they do, you're often looking at an engine-out job. Typical quotes: $18,000 to $22,000 for turbos alone. The rear sport differential can fail and cost around $12,000 to replace. Carbon ceramic brakes? Plan on $8,000 for a refresh. One RS7 owner documented a $22,000 turbo replacement at 62,000 miles. Another noted his sport differential failed at 48,000 miles, $11,800 at an independent shop. Here's the real reason this is complicated. Now here's the thing. The RS7 is intoxicating. It's a 4-door supercar with a hatchback. The 4.0T delivers 560 to 605 horsepower depending on spec, rocketing to 60 miles per hour in around 3.5 seconds. The exhaust note is theater, the interior is Audi's best work, and the handling is shockingly agile for a car this size. It's the automotive equivalent of dating someone gorgeous who's also emotionally unavailable and financially irresponsible. So what's the truth? If you're leasing the RS7 for 3 years and staying under warranty, you'll probably love it. The experience is top tier. But if you're planning to own this thing for 5 to 7 years, the risk escalates fast. Turbos age quickly in that hot V environment, and carbon ceramic brakes are consumables that cost more than most people's monthly rent. My advice, if you want the drama, rent the drama. Lease one, enjoy it, and hand it back before the warranty expires. RS7 owners, did you dodge the engine-out turbo job? Drop your quote and mileage. Receipts get pinned. If you're shopping used luxury cars, this channel exists to stop you from making a 5-figure mistake. Subscribe. Now let's talk about the 4 you should buy. Best #4, Audi S4, 2013 to 2016. The smart Audi play. #4 on the buy list, the Audi S4 B8.5, 2013 to 2016. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't you just trash Audi? Here's the difference. Engine codes and generations matter. The B8.5 S4 with a 3.0-liter supercharged V6 is one of the most reliable Audis ever made. Seriously, this engine has proven itself over hundreds of thousands of miles. After all the turbo horror stories you just heard, this feels almost boring, and that's exactly the point. Here's why this matters. You're getting 333 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in just over 4.0 seconds, quattro all-wheel drive, and a DSG dual-clutch transmission that, when serviced every 40,000 miles, is rock solid. What makes the S4 special? It's the Goldilocks Audi. Not too big, not too small, fast but not flashy, premium but not pretentious. And it holds its value better than most Audis. One S4 owner commented on a forum, "I've got 142,000 miles on my 2014 S4. Original supercharger, original transmission, just oil changes, brakes, and DSG services. This thing refuses to break." The B8.5 gives you real pace and daily driver dependability. It avoids the catastrophic patterns that plague other Audis. Timing chain issues, turbo failures, complex electronics. Let's break down the maintenance. Maintenance is key. Stick to the service schedule. DSG fluid every 40,000 miles. That's about $400 to $600. Use the right oil spec. Do your cooling system refreshes around 100,000 miles. Treat it right, and it'll treat you right. Common issues to watch for. The water pump can fail around 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Budget $800 to $1,200 for that. The thermostat housing can crack. That's another $500 to $800. But compared to the repair costs on the RS7, these are minor expenses. You'll find clean examples starting around $20,000 to $30,000 used, depending on mileage and condition. For this level of performance and refinement, that's a value play. My advice, go for the 2013 to 2016 S4B 8.5 with the supercharged V6. Check for documented DSG services, avoid heavily modified examples, and enjoy one of the best sports sedans Audi ever built. S4 owners, what's your longest repair-free run? Post your year and mileage below. Best number 3, BMW 540i, the sweet spot. Number 3, the BMW 540i G30 generation, 2017 and newer. And this is where BMW's legendary B58 engine shines. The B58 is a 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-six. It's the same engine Toyota uses in the Supra, and it's one of the most bulletproof modern BMW powertrains. In the 540i, you're getting 335 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in around 4.7 seconds. That's M-Light performance without M-level bills. Here's the real reason the B58 is special. The B58 has been around since 2015, and it's proven itself across multiple BMW models. Owners are reporting 150,000 miles, even 200,000 miles, with proper maintenance. That's the kind of longevity you want. One 540i owner told a forum, "I bought mine used with 60,000 miles. I'm now at 128,000. I've replaced the water pump and done regular maintenance. That's it. This engine is a tank." What makes the 540i special? It's the perfect balance. Easier to park than a 7 Series, but still practical for a family. The handling is sharp, the steering is precise, and that B58 engine pulls hard from any RPM. Look at this. Inside, you get BMW's iDrive system with a 12.3-inch digital cluster and a 10.25-inch touchscreen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, heated seats, a panoramic sunroof, all the good stuff. Fuel economy? Not amazing. You're looking at around 23 combined, but you're not buying this for gas mileage. You're buying it for the driving experience. Maintenance. Oil changes every 7,500 to 10,000 miles. Use BMW LL01 spec oil. Spark plugs every 60,000 miles. That's about $400 to $600. Coolant flush every 100,000 miles. Budget $300 to $500. Water pump around 90,000 miles, about $800 to $1,200. You'll find clean examples starting around $25,000 to $40,000 used, depending on year and mileage. For this level of performance and refinement, that's a value play. This ranking isn't opinion. It's pulled from owner data and verified repair invoices. My advice, stick with the 540i, skip the 550i if you want lower running costs. The 540i gives you 90% of the performance with way less drama. 540i owners, would you keep this past warranty? Yes or no? Drop your answer below. Pattern interrupt, 1145 to 1150. New, mid-video attention reset. And this next one isn't exciting on paper, but it's the car most people should actually buy. Best number 2, Mercedes E-Class, 2018/2020/2023 best, the balance benchmark. Number 2, the Mercedes E-Class 213 generation. Focus on 2018, 2020, and 2023 refresh years. Let's talk why these years matter first. The W213 E-Class hits the ride, quiet, tech trifecta with fewer gremlins than earlier generations. Editorially, the E-Class sits near the top of mid-size luxury rankings with repeated editor's choice and 10 best honors from Car and Driver. Here's what makes these refresh years special. The 2018 model addressed early bugs, the 2020 model refined the tech, and the 2023 refresh brought updated styling and improved software. These are the sweet spots. Performance? The E350 gives you 255 horsepower from a turbocharged 4-cylinder, hitting 60 in around 6.1 seconds. The E450 cranks it up to 375 horses from a turbocharged inline-six, hitting 60 in around 5.0 seconds. Both are smooth, refined, and effortless. Let's break this down. But here's what really sets the E-Class apart. It's the best all-arounder. It's not the sportiest, that's the 540i. It's not the most reliable, that's the S4. But it's the best at everything that matters: comfort, refinement, tech, and ownership sanity. The E-Class is velvet. The ride is supple without being floaty, the steering is precise enough for confidence, and the powertrains feel unstressed at any speed. Inside, the W213 is a showcase. The dual-screen setup is crisp and intuitive. The optional Burmester sound system is concert hall quality, and the massaging seats are genuinely therapeutic on long drives. Here's the catch. You'll find 2018 to 2020 models starting around $30,000 to $50,000 used. 2023 and newer models start in the mid-$50,000s. For this level of refinement, that's competitive. Maintenance. Follow transmission fluid service around 60,000 miles. Keep oil changes on schedule every 7,500 to 10,000 miles. Keep software up to date at the dealer. If you have airmatic suspension, budget for potential strut replacements around 80,000 to 100,000 miles, but it's more reliable than the W222 S-Class. Common issues? Option complexity. Pick the spec you'll actually use. Fewer gizmos mean fewer potential headaches. Did you know? The W213 E-Class was the first Mercedes to debut the brand's new interior design language, which has since trickled down to the C-Class and up to the S-Class. My advice, favor refresh years, 2018, 2020, 2023. Check for documented maintenance and enjoy one of the best mid-size luxury sedans ever built. E-Class owners, E-Class versus 5 Series. What wins the daily? Argue with evidence. Best number 1, Porsche Panamera GTS, the driver's luxury sedan. And the number 1 German luxury sedan to buy in 2025, the Porsche Panamera GTS. This is the class leader for one reason. It's the only sedan on this list that balances driving dynamics, luxury, and long-term ownership sanity when you follow the rules. Under the hood, a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 pumping out 473 horsepower and 457 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Top speed, 186 miles per hour. This isn't just a luxury car, it's a luxury missile. Here's why the Panamera GTS wins. Skip the Turbo and Turbo S models if long-term ownership is your goal. Those variants carry catastrophic repair exposure. Turbo's around $20,000, air suspension $12,000 to $25,000, PDK transmission $15,000. The GTS is the sweet spot. It's tuned for balance, not maximum output, which means less stress on components. The Panamera GTS is also one of the best driving sedans in this class, period. The steering feel, the chassis balance, the brake pedal, everything is dialed in. This is a Porsche first, sedan second. Tech, you're getting Porsche's latest PCM system with a massive touchscreen, wireless charging, a head-up display, and a Burmester sound system that's among the best in any car at any price. Let's break down why this is the total package. What makes the Panamera GTS the winner? It's the total package. It's not the most comfortable, that's the E-Class. It's not the best value, that's the S4. But it's the best driver's luxury sedan. It does everything well and nothing poorly. One Panamera GTS owner sent me this message. I've owned an M5, an RS7, and a Panamera GTS. The Panamera is the one I kept. It's just better at everything that matters: driving feel, build quality, and ownership confidence when you maintain it properly. Plus, the Panamera has a proven track record when maintained. Owners are reporting 100,000 miles, even 150,000 miles, with proper service intervals and no catastrophic failures. Look at this maintenance schedule. Maintenance is non-negotiable. Oil changes every 10,000 miles or annually, whichever comes first. Use Porsche spec oil, that's 0W40 or 5W40, PDK transmission fluid every 60,000 miles, about $600 to $800. Coolant flush every 60,000 miles. Air suspension service every 80,000 to 100,000 miles if option. Brake fluid every 2 years, about $200 to $300. Common issues: the air suspension can fail around 100,000 miles if not serviced. Budget $3,000 to $5,000 per corner if you let it go. The PDK transmission is durable but requires fluid changes, and the turbos, while more reliable than the Turbo S variants, still need proper oil and cooling maintenance. You'll find clean GTS examples starting around $70,000 to $90,000 used, depending on year and mileage. For this level of performance, luxury, and driving dynamics, that's a value play compared to new. Here's the rule. Buy a Panamera GTS with documented maintenance. Get a pre-purchase inspection from a Porsche specialist. Budget $2,000 to $3,000 annually for maintenance. And enjoy the best driver's luxury sedan on the market. This ranking isn't opinion. It's pulled from owner data, editorial tests, and verified repair invoices. My advice, go for the Panamera GTS. Stick to the maintenance schedule, use the right fluids, and this thing will reward you with years of driving joy. Panamera owners, what's your mileage and biggest repair? Let's see those receipts. Quick buyer's guide. Avoid S-Class W222, 7 Series N63, RS7. Buy Panamera GTS with maintenance discipline. E-Class W213, 2018/2020/2023, BMW 540 iB58, Audi S4 B8.5. Lease the drama, own the boring, maintain the Porsche. So there you have it. 3 German luxury sedans to avoid: the S-Class W222, the 7 Series G11, G12 with the N63, and the RS7, and 4 to buy with confidence: the Panamera GTS, the E-Class W213, the 540 IG30, and the S4B 8.5. Now I want to hear from you. Which one would you pick? Post your choice, your year, your mileage, and your repair costs. Let's see the real-world data. Which German luxury badge do you trust most? Let me know below. If this video saved you money or helped you make a smarter decision, smash that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.